Yes, the excessive heat is back, but that's not the whole story. We'll get into it right after this. I'm sure we all enjoyed the break from the triple-digit temperatures that we had over the last couple of days, and the nice cool mornings, but unfortunately we're still in the summer and we're going to have to put up with that for a little longer. We look behind me here, and these are the records that are a little more recent than some of the ones we've been seeing recently. 2022 in Cleburne and Waxahachie, 2011 in Corsicana, all of those in the 104 to 105 range. It looked like we were going to pass those today, and it looks like we're right around this range now in most of our area, but we may actually come in a degree or two cooler than what I had forecasted. I had 107 in Waxahachie and Corsicana, 108 in Cleburne and Hillsboro, but it looks like we might actually be a degree or two cooler than that. I doubt anyone is going to mind. Overnight tonight, though, lows are pretty warm, right around the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees there. Allergy forecast today, medium, and it's still those elm and chenopods pores out there, so I know some of you are indeed feeling that. And yes, the heat alerts are back, excessive heat warnings across our area, so we are not as humid, so the heat index values are not quite as high, but the air temperature is definitely at or above that 105 degree point. And then, yes, all of our area is under the active burn bands. If I step back here, the whole map, the whole thing, all of us under those burn bands, and we will be until we can get some sufficient rain to really calm things down and wet that vegetation, that brush out there. And that's why we are watching the Gulf of Mexico. And so what you see here is a 30% chance that somewhere in the central to western Gulf of Mexico, we could have development of a low pressure system. It looks like it'll be a broad low pressure system, but the question from there will be the track. We often see these that develop in the Gulf and they just go straight westward down towards Brownsville, and then it's also possible that it could move westward and then take a northern clip and move closer to our area. And I know for a fact a lot of you would love that because it would probably bring us some rain. So my hope is that it will develop, that it will bring plentiful rain to our area, but I think we can do without a hurricane. We are getting into really the higher points of hurricane season. Hurricane season peaks in September. So we're getting to that point where it makes sense that we would start seeing more activity. And there's a couple of systems off the west coast of Africa that we are watching as well. But this is really the main point of our attention right now, simply because, yes, we are looking at the likelihood, I don't know if it's the likelihood necessarily, the possibility that something could develop here, but I will tell you that forecasters are really starting to come around to expect this. So we'll be watching this over the next several days, and hey, maybe mid to late next week, we could see this bring us some rain and maybe bring us some cooler temperatures. So here's where I've got the forecast right now. 107, 108 for the next few days. Just hot out there. The dry air allows us to warm up very efficiently. 106 to 105 Sunday and Monday. So we start to creep downward a little bit. That high pressure system is going to creep northward ever so slightly. Just shift northward, and then Tuesday I have 103. Now Wednesday I have us at 98 degrees. Now that may go up. I've already had to bump it up a degree from last night. So that could get back into the triple digit range, but I'm sure you do enjoy the downward trend here. Wednesday we have a 10% chance of rain. That is largely conditional on not only how far north the high pressure system goes and if that can bring some moisture in from our east, and if we have that system come in from the Gulf of Mexico. So there's a couple of moving parts that I'm watching to see how these things play out, but we could have another chance of rain and cooler temperatures coming mid to late week next week. So stay tuned. I'll be watching the forecast and bringing the updates to you as they come.